right, we're starting off with our frozen sweet potatoes in our greased muffin tin. Now I'm gonna come in with my light brown sugar and we're gonna add a little dollop of brown sugar onto each cup of sweet potatoes and kind of just spread it out so that it's covering those delicious sweet potatoes for this super easy Thanksgiving appetizer that everyone will love. This is so much easier than a traditional sweet potato casserole because it's in your muffin tin. Everyone gets their individual servings and it cooks a lot faster. The best thing about these frozen sweet potatoes is that they cook so quick. So we're gonna just get our brown sugar on there so we can get some nice sweetness. Yum. We're coming in with some heavy whipping cream, and just like with the brown sugar, we're just gonna add a little dollop of this just to add some moisture and some creaminess. This is actually optional, so if you don't wanna add the extra cream or if you have anyone that's lactose intolerant, you can skip this. But I actually love the little like mixture of the brown sugar with the heavy cream. It just is super sweet and yummy. So we're gonna finish this off with our little bit. It's probably about like a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of heavy cream per cup. Call me crazy, but that is not sweet enough for me. So we're gonna add a little bit of maple syrup, and we're honestly just adding a dollop of each ingredient in each one because we don't want to overdo it in these little cups and have them overflow in our oven and get our oven all messy. So we're just adding, once again, a dollop to the sweetness. I absolutely love making these for Thanksgiving, and I'm so excited to be sharing this recipe with you guys so you can try it out for yourself. Beautiful. Now, no sweet potatoes are complete without some ground cinnamon, so we're gonna sprinkle our cinnamon right on top of there, and this is gonna become such a yummy and delicious side dish. I don't know about you guys, but my family cannot do Thanksgiving without sweet potatoes. It is my favorite because it tastes like a dessert, but you get to eat it with dinner, so I always got a big helping of sweet potatoes when I was growing up. And you knew this was coming. We have our mini marshmallows, and we are going to add those right on top. We don't need a full layer of marshmallows on here because there is plenty of sugar already happening. So we're just gonna add a few to each cup so that we get those fluffy goodness without covering up and overdoing our sweet potatoes. So let's just continue on with these marshmallows super fast. All right, finishing this off, and we are not done yet. We need a little crunch for this because these are all soft textures. So I have my pecan pieces, and we're going to sprinkle these onto each cup just like so. Oh yeah, these little pecans are gonna add the perfect saltiness to this sweetness, and like I said, it's gonna add a great crunch because those sweet potatoes are soft, the marshmallows are soft, everything is soft, so you need a little bit of dynamic texture. So we are going to add pecans to this, but if you have anyone with nut allergies, it is completely optional, but my family has to have pecans with their sweet potatoes. Right, and we are almost done here. We're finishing up this last cup, and then these are ready for the oven. I have my oven set to 400, and this is gonna be in there for 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, so we just lined our Pyrex with our raw bacon. All right, we're gonna move this to the side, and we're gonna grab a big bowl and a spatula. I have here 1 box of the Jiffy corn muffin mix. We need that whole box. Perfect. Now we need 8 ounces of cream cheese. I'm using the whipped, but the regular works just as fine. And this is a 12 ounce, so we're not using this whole thing. We're gonna use a little bit more than half. Perfect. Now I'm gonna add 1 whole can of corn, drained. Right in there, beautiful. I have some honey here, and we're gonna add about 3 tablespoons of honey. Just eyeballing it. That looks just about right. You can measure if you like, but I measure with my heart. Now this is optional, but you guys know I love my heat, so this is 2 jalapenos sliced right in there. Now our last ingredient that we're gonna add to this mixture is 2 eggs, and we're just gonna put these right in there. Now I don't know about you guys, but I always feel super fancy when I get those brown eggs. They're just a little bit more expensive. They're like organic or something. But is there really a difference between brown and white eggs?
I'm not too sure, babe, to be honest. I think one's organic, one's not.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, now we have all of our ingredients in there. We're gonna grab our spatula and we are gonna fold everything in there, get everything well blended. This is gonna be the best cornbread recipe you've never had before. Thanksgiving is next week and I just wanted to, get this ready and get my little cornbread intake going before, next week when I'm eating all the turkey. Oh, look how creamy and delicious this looks.
It smells delicious, looks delicious. The egg is gonna add a perfect amount of moisture in there. It's great.
Exactly. And this is all gonna go right on top of that delicious bacon. Yep, you heard that right. Bacon cornbread. I mean, have you ever heard of anything so decadent and delicious? Oh my goodness. Okay, let's make sure we get all of those dry ingredients well blended. Make sure the egg is nice and mixed in. You could use a whisk for this, but I just felt like with that cream cheese and that corn and jalapenos, the spatula was the right move for this mixing. Okay, that looks beautiful. Now that we have our spatula already ready, this is all gonna go right in our pan. And we didn't have to grease this pan because that bacon grease is gonna do all the work for us.
Whoa, it's so perfect.
Yeah. So this isn't a standard 13 by 9. It's a little bit smaller. It's like a 9 by 7 or something like that. But you could make a thinner cornbread and put it in a 13-9 if you don't have a smaller pan. All right, let's make sure we get this whole bowl empty so that you guys don't get mad at me. That looks good enough.
I'm not mad at you.
And then we're gonna spread this from edge to edge so we get a nice, even, decadent cornbread. Beautiful. All right, you guys. My oven is set to 325 and this is gonna cook for 1 hour. All right, we're starting off with 4 bags of our frozen green beans. This is all in my jumbo aluminum pan. Now I'm coming in with 2 family size cream of mushroom and we're putting that right on top of our green beans. Make sure we get all of that out. This one's being stubborn. Okay, perfect. Now if you don't like cream of mushroom, you could do a cream of bacon, a cream of chicken, whatever you like. All right, now I'm bringing in some sour cream. We are making the easiest and most delicious green bean side dish that you've ever had. It's so good, it's so yummy, and I'm gonna add a little spin to it to make it extra good. I used half of this, so 7 ounces of sour cream. All right, now we have our cheddar cheese. This big bag was on sale, and I used so much cheese that I had to get this, and I'm gonna use half of this bag of cheese, which is gonna be 1 pound of medium cheddar cheese. It's coming together super fast. I have my crispy fried onions, and we're gonna go ahead and put that right on top as well. We're gonna do half of this box right in there. Now we're gonna season this. I have some parsley that we're gonna put in here, but you can season this however you like. This is a big serving for, upcoming holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas. This is gonna be the best side dish to bring. So season it how you want. And of course, we're gonna grab some black pepper. I'm so excited to cook this up. It's so good. It serves a ton of people, and it's just my favorite side dish. All right, onion powder right in there. You guys know the classics. Just make sure to season it heavily. Last but not least, can't do anything without a little bit of garlic seasoning in there. Right on top of all those other seasonings. And of course, we're gonna give this a big mix so that everything gets blended together. You want that cream of mushroom, the sour cream, the cheddar cheese, the green beans, the seasonings, the fried onions, all to be blended beautifully together in our pan. Oh my goodness. Now you can use fresh or canned green beans if that's your style. I know that, with these prices, inflation, that the canned stuff might be cheaper. So just go for it. It'll taste just as good. All right, it's all mixed together and I just flattened it out. Now for the special ingredient that I was telling you guys about, we are topping this with some stuffing mix, and I'm using the turkey stuffing mix. We're gonna go ahead and use this whole box. I have 2 boxes here because we did double up this recipe, but we're gonna make sure that one box is on the first half of our dish and then our second box on our second half. Use your clean hands to kind of spread that out from edge to edge, get everything covered in that delicious stuffing mix. Now you could use whatever stuffing mix you like as well. I just think the turkey is just so great for the occasion. All right, so you get your 2-in-1, you get your stuffing and your green bean casserole all in one dish. How good is that? Now I'm coming in with some chicken broth, and we don't need a lot of chicken broth, so I opted for the can because it's smaller. And we are just kind of wetting our stuffing so that it can crisp up and be delicious with the rest of our casserole. So just go ahead and kind of get them drenched, a little moist, and then this will be ready for the oven. And if you're crazy, you could even add some extra cheese on top, but I think there's plenty of cheese in there. So I'm gonna put this in the oven, set at 350, and it's gonna cook for about 45 minutes. Okay, so that was 2 containers of our pre-made mashed potatoes, and I didn't heat that up, so they are right out of the fridge. Next, I'm coming in with my 16 ounces of sour cream, and we're gonna use this whole container of sour cream. We're gonna put that right in there with our mashed potatoes, and we're gonna give that a good mix. We are making a super easy and super quick side dish. This is for, those times when you don't have, hours to make mashed potatoes, but you want something absolutely delicious. So you start off with those 2 containers of the mashed potatoes, which is 48 ounces, and then the 16 ounces of sour cream. Doesn't need to be perfectly mixed just quite yet. Next, I'm coming in with my real bacon bits, and we're gonna sprinkle that right in there. So this is the way to make mashed potatoes, I'm telling you. Now you can do this with your homemade mashed potatoes. Homemade is always better in my opinion, but like I said, if you don't got the hours to peel and to boil and all those things, then this is gonna be the way to do your potatoes. I'm gonna mix in those bacon bits. I have been making these potatoes since I was a kid. My mom used to make these for, Sunday dinners, and it was just always my favorite. I would eat so much of it, and my taste buds have not changed since I was a little girl. Oh, that looks so good. Okay, you guys all know what this is missing, and that is some cheese. So we're gonna add a whole bag of our medium cheddar cheese, and then a whole bag of our mozzarella cheese. I know that seems like a lot of cheese, but these are potatoes, okay? And what are mashed potatoes without cheese? And we're just gonna keep mixing. Your arm might hurt a little bit, but it's better than, mashing those potatoes. So it's still gonna be the way to do these delicious, cheesy, creamy, bacon twice potatoes. Yep, because they were already cooked once, and we're gonna cook them again. All right, and I think the only thing that this is missing is our seasoning, and we can season this however we like. Woo, all right, it's getting a little messy, but the bigger the mess, the more delicious the meal. So for this, we're gonna start off with our garlic powder, and you can season this however you like. Just like with all my dishes, you can customize it to your liking. We're gonna add some onion powder, and the same goes for, the meat that you put in here and the cheese that you put in here. You could do like a cubed ham, you could do some chicken, you could do a white cheddar, a Colby Jack, whatever cheese you like. And we're gonna do some pepper. It was some pepper already in the potatoes, but since we're adding the sour cream and the cheeses, it's always nice to add a little bit more pepper. And the same goes with our salt. And if you're worried about your sodium, just go ahead and skip this one. Okay, it is time to do our final mix before we put this in the oven. Oh, it smells so so good. The garlic powder, the sour cream, the bacon, the cheeses. This is an indulgent side dish, okay? We are not doing a diet this year. We are indulging and enjoying life. Okay, let's make sure we get this nice and mixed. All right, and we're just flattening out those potatoes now that they're fully mixed. Oh, it smells like heaven. And the last thing we're gonna add to this, call me crazy, you guys already are, so might as well say it to my face. More cheese. This time I'm just gonna do a light little sprinkle of our cheddar. We don't need as much because there's obviously already plenty of cheese in there. But this is gonna add a nice little cheese crust to our twice baked potatoes. All right, I think I am happy with that. My oven is set to 375 and this is gonna be in there for about 25 minutes. Oh my, these smell absolutely insane. Oh, don't those look so good? All right, moment of truth. It is time to get our little serving out. And we're just going to scoop it right onto our plate. Look, you can just put the muffin tin on your Thanksgiving table. How easy is that? We got our sweet potatoes, our pecans, our marshmallows, our maple syrup, our brown sugar. Oh, I want to bite with everything. They're gonna be really hot, but really delicious. So good. Oh my goodness. This is a must for Thanksgiving. Oh my, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells incredible. Okay, it is time to flip this baby. Make sure you're nice and secure. Oh, I'm scared.
You got this?
Oh, it fell right off.
It's perfect.
Careful. Woo. Oh yeah, that crispy bacon. That looks so good. Okay, it is time to cut our cornbread. Give it a try. Oh, look, that bacon cuts so easy. Okay, I outdid myself this time. Oh yeah, look at that. Doesn't that look amazing?
Looks so good.
Ooh! I'm way too excited. You're never gonna make cornbread the same.
Is it good?
Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a hit. Oh my goodness, it smells like Thanksgiving in here. This came out so beautiful. It is time to give it a try. Let's go ahead and dig in. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, all of my favorite things in one Thanksgiving themed dish. That is so good, you guys. Oh my, this smells absolutely insane, you guys. I cannot wait any longer, but last thing I'm gonna do is add some fresh green onion, and we're just gonna cut that right on top of our twice baked potato casserole. Okay, and I did wash these. You can see the water driplets on it as I cut. That is ready. Okay, let's go ahead and get a scoop. Oh my gosh, the cheesiest potatoes you'll ever have. Oh, that looks like perfect bite. Oh my, those are dangerous. You gotta try it like right now.